Let's start, guys. Thing is, right now we are facing some cloud issue. That's what you want to open some previous links, right? Within other 2 days, we will fix those issues. Don't worry about that. Right. Let's start. Say today we are going to head on to database, right? How the database works in Amazon, right? Say we are going to see the RDS and Aurora and the Elastic Cache, right? And DynamoDB also we are going to discuss, right? Right. You see the database structure. Say this is the database structure in Amazon. The relational database, these are the relational database in Amazon. Say MySQL is there, Oracle is there, PostgreSQL is there, MS SQL Server, MariaDB, Aurora, right? These are the database currently supported databases, right? Relational databases, RDS, right? Right. Say, let me open second mind map. Say database engines, DB instance class. There are database instance classes. The DB instance class determine the computation and memory capacity of an Amazon RDS database, right? So here we are going to define the computational power and the memory capacity of the particular instances. So here we are going to define the hardware, CPU and the RAM, right? And storage auto scale, right? Say, right. So storage auto scale, right? Say RDS relational database not supported to auto scaling, but it support to storage auto scaling, storage level. The auto scaling is storage level, right? Not auto scaling, storage auto scale, right? When RDS detects that you are running out of free database space, it automatically scale up to your storage, right? If you run out of space, it will automatically scale up, right? That means automatically increase the space. That's what they are saying. Amazon RDS starts storage modification for auto scaling enable DB instance when these factors apply, right? So free available space is less than 10% of allocated storage, right? Say the allocated, say the free available space is less than 10%, then it will automatically increase the size, right? The low storage condition lasts at least 5 minutes, right? At least 6 hours have passed since the last storage modification. Okay. For this reason, it will automatically increase the storage space, right? So if you see the RDS, say just start the RDS service, RDS relational database. This is the relational database management console, guys, right? So if you would like to create database, just click create database, right? Right. these are the supported databases. Say you can you see here the supported databases. Okay. Amazon Aurora is Amazon built-in one. MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server as well. This one you need license for this Oracle and these things. You need license, right? Right. Here you can choose the database version. Okay. Say the developer is going to give the version, right? Say, let's see this diagram, right? Say, go to the Amazon console and say, just you can choose any of the version, just say MySQL, right? Say here you have to choose the version. What is the compatible version would you like to go with, right? Right. Say there are three options here: production, development and testing, and free trial, right? Say if you go for production, go with the first option, right? If you go for development and testing, go for second option. This is the free trial. Okay, we are going to use the free trial. Okay, before that, I would like to go with production and discuss some parameters, right? Say a database instance identifier. Say just give the database name, right? Say database for production or whatever it is. Just give a name, and here you have to define the username, admin, and the password. What is the password would you like to go with? Or let Amazon to choose the password. Auto generate password. Okay. Amazon will generate the password on behalf of you, right? Right. Say DB class instances. Say what is the hardware would you like to go? The standard classes. Say this is the standard class hardware. It's like choosing the EC2 instance, right? Same as here. Say this one is memory optimized hardware. Okay, these are the memory optimized hardware. DBR6X large. You can see the RAM size. It pretty much high, right? And this is the burstable classes. Okay, so if it is a high performance hardware, go for this one. So you see the hardware, say 2 vCPUs and 1 GB byte RAM. The RAM size and the CPU sizes are high compared with other two options, right? Right. Let me choose the first option. That you can see include M classes, include R and X classes, burstable, include T classes, right? Here you can define the hardware. What is your hardware? Would you like to go with? Okay, what is the CPU size and what is the memory size? Okay, and specify the hardware family. Right, maybe M classes, maybe R classes, maybe X classes, maybe T classes. Likewise, you can choose the hardware. Right. Say what is the storage type? Say there are a number of storage sizes. This one we discussed in the storage. Okay, already discussed a SSD, SSTO, SSD, GP2O, magnetic. Okay, you can choose any of the storage site. Depends on the application requirement, right? Right. This one already we discussed. What is the allocated storage? You see the minimum is 100 GB bytes. Maximum you can go up to 65,536 GB bytes. Nearly, let's say 65 terabyte. Okay. Minimum 100 GB bytes. Maximum you can go for this amount of 65 terabyte, nearly 65 terabyte. So if you go for more than this storage, then go for Redshift. Redshift is another kind of clustering database. You can store the huge amount of data. And if you would like to store more than 65 terabyte storage, Redshift is the best option, right? Right. Say you can go for maximum this much of storage. Here, say by default, I just put 100. Okay. Here you can choose provision IOPS. Say depending on the storage, the IOPS and the throughput will be selected. Say if you go with this one, you can see the maximum this IOPS and throughput is differs. Like allocated storage is 20 GB. Say if you go for this one, this is these things. If you go for magnetic storage, this is the storage. Let's go with this one. Say allocated storage is let's 25. Let's do 25, right? Say you see here, you see here storage auto scaling. Say it supports auto scaling, not auto scaling, storage auto scaling, right? RDS supports storage auto scaling. You see here the enable storage auto scaling, right? Say the maximum auto scaling threshold is 1000 GB bytes, right? Say you see the 25, we can go up to 1000. If you want, you can increase the size, right? For the testing purpose, this much of space is not necessary. So I just remove this one, right? So if you enable storage auto scaling, you can go up to 1000 GB bytes, right? If you out of storage, it will increase the size, right? Say just remove it at the moment. Again, you see two options here: multi-AZ deployment, multi-availability zone deployment, AZ. This one do not create standby instance, right? There are two options here, right? Let's see what is multi-AZ deployment. You see here, this is the multi-AZ deployment model. Okay. Say this is your database. Right now, your database is connected with one instance. You know, guys, this is if you select EC2 instance, the storage is in different location. Huh? Say something like this. Say this is your EC2 instance. Say the storage, the hard drive you are selecting. What is the hard drive? EBS. elastic block storage. This is your EC2 instance. It's the computer VM, right? Say VM is one location, the storage is in another location, right? This is the way it connected, right? Not inside the EC2 instance, the storage is always outside, right? Right. So you can see the same model here. There are two EC2 instances. This is the computer, this is the storage, this is the hard drive, okay? Say this in another computer, this is the storage, right? Right. This is the multi-AZ architecture, right? Say is something like this. Is something like active and passive, right? Say this one is active, this one is passive, right? Say if the this one is the active one is going to serve the customers, right? It's all the traffic at the moment hitting active instance, right? Right. Say anything goes wrong if this architecture, this instance goes down, DNS will point to this instance. Then this one becomes active, right? Then all the traffic goes to this instance, right? Right. So by default, this one is active, this one is passive, right? Say guys, any questions? If you have any questions, please raise. Okay. So by default, this one is active, this one is passive. Okay. Say, right. Especially for redundant purpose. Say anything goes wrong in this architecture, DNS will switch the traffic. It will switch the traffic here, then all the traffic hit to this instance, right? Say you see here, wait, let me. So these databases support multi-AZ architecture, right? Say there are two zones here. You can say, let's see, let me put something like this. Say this is the region. Inside region, we have two AZ. Okay, say for example, this is the Mumbai region. Mumbai region, we just create availability zone 1, and here availability zone 2. Right? Here we are deploying our EC2 instance and the database and everything. Right? Right. The database somewhere here. At the moment, the databases are connected to this instance. This is the one managing all the outbound traffic, right? Anything goes wrong in this instance, DNS will switch to this instance, right? Then this EC2 instance is going to manage the customer's traffic, right? So that is about these things. Say these are the databases supports multi-asset architecture, and see the characteristics. Let's see one by one. Multi-asset standby cannot serve read queries. Multi-asset deployment are designed to provide enhanced database availability and durability, not read scalability. Right? Say this is for enhancements, availability enhancements. That means this one goes down. This one quickly within 1 second it will becomes active and serve the customers, right? This one is not the read scalability model, right? Right. Enhanced database availability, right? Not read scalability. Right? Say next model we are going to study read scalability model. Okay. Okay. Say read scalability models are like this. Say let me open. Say let me show you the read scalability model. That say read scalability model is something like this, right? Okay, this one is something like this. Okay? That means we can read from this side. Okay, when the operation goes, this one is read and write, the primary one. Read replica is just we can read some records. That means especially for a reporting purpose, right? We use this architecture. Okay, here we can use these two databases. We can use, but here we can use only this one. Okay, we can use only this one, the primary one, the active one, right? Thing is, this one is passive. So anything goes wrong, only we can use this one. Okay. Otherwise, this database, this passive one is idle, right? It's just running. That's all. Right. Say multi-asset and backups. So in the event of planned database maintenance, DB instance failure or an ASET failure, Amazon RDS will automatically fail over to standby so that the database operation can be resumed quickly without administrative intervention. See, without administrative intervention. That means, guys, say if this one, say this one goes down, right? It will quickly, within 1 second, it will quickly switch to this instance, right? Here there is no administrative intervention. This switching is automate, right? Is automate to this instance. Here there is no manual process. Okay, everything automate. Anything goes wrong here, it will automate here. Say maybe the ASET zone issue or any hardware failure. Okay, DNS within 1 second it will switch to other instance, right? It will automate process, right? Right. you may experience elevated latencies for a few minutes during backup for multi-asset deployment. All right. Right. Say backups, there's a few minutes delay. For MariaDB, MySQL, Oracle, and PostgreSQL, IO activity is not suspended on your primary during backup for multi-asset deployment because the backup is taken from the standby. Right. So, say the backups is taken from here, right? Here, not here, right? That is a added advantage. If the backup is taken from here, then the performance wise this one let's say like let's say so it performance getting reduced, right? Say then it is going to respond customers queries as well as respond to the backup, right? Right. So the backup is taking from this instance, right? From here, right? Backup and everything. This one only serve the customers queries, right? Right. So for MariaDB, MySQL, blah blah. Okay. For MS SQL, IO activity is suspended briefly during backup for multi-asset deployment, right? All right. So this is about what we call multi-asset deployment. You see the option here. Say so. If you choose this option, it is going to create the structure like this. Normally, say if you want to create the structure, we have to deploy our hardware in one location. Other location, we are going to deploy the backup hardware. Then that means backup servers and all. Then we have to arrange the power supply. Then we have to hire a person for this to manage this kind of things. At least it will take 3 to 4 months time. But here in Amazon, just one click, you can create this structure. Okay? You can create this kind of structure within one click. Okay, within few minutes, it will create this structure. Right. If you would like to really deploy this structure, it will take minimum 3 to 4 months. Okay, say one location you are going to deploy your application server, web server. Other location you are going to deploy your backup servers. Then make the connectivity. Then arrange the service provider, those kind of things. Then get some audit approval from one party, right? So there are so many things. But Amazon, just one click, within few minutes, you can create this structure, right? So right, just one click. Create a standby in a different availability zone to provide data redundancy, eliminates IO freezes, and minimize latency spikes during system backup. Right? So, okay. If you don't want multi-AZ, then you can go for second option as well. Do not create a standby instance. Right? We don't want any standby instance. We would like to go with only this structure. Okay, that is up to your requirement. All right. Say, do not create standby instance. Go with this one at the moment. Right. Now, connectivity. Where would you like to deploy this structure? Right. What is the VPC? What is the security group? And all those stuff. Say Amazon, if you want to deploy any component, it will ask what is the region, what is the VPC, what is the VPC, what is the sub security group, right? Those things it will ask, right? So it will ask where would you like to deploy this one? Say default VPC, right? And what is the subnet group? Say, let me choose the default subnet group, right? Say the public access or no, right? Say if you want to access the database from outside, go with yes. We would like to go with public access, right? If not, then say no. That means we are going to do the operation only inside the VPC. Then choose no. Okay, that means we would like to go with local access, right? So here we are going to access the database from outside. Then let me choose yes. Yes, that means we are going to access DB from outside. Say what is the VPC group? Just go as it is the default VPC security group, right? This one is a subnet group. This one is the security group, right? Security group. Go with the default one, or if you have already any security group, just choose the security group here, right? You can choose any security group. What is the AZ? Say, let me choose. Let me go with. Right. Okay. Availability zone. Say what is the availability zone would you like to go for? Right. Say even you create the EC2 instances, it will ask the what is the VPC, what is the availability zone, what is the subnet, blah blah things. Okay. Same thing is asking here as well. Right. And what is the port number, the database port 3306 or whatever. Okay. You can create a port. This one is the default one. Default port is 3306. That is the default one, guys. Right. Authentication is asking what is the authentication and all. Right. Right. Meantime, we'll go to the slides and again come back. Right. And okay. And yeah. And meantime, let's see the cost factor. This is the cost. Say this is the database instance, the hardware, this one, the storage, this one is the total cost, right? So let me see the costing. Just say so here we have chosen single availability zone. So this is the costing factor. So let me choose this one. Let me choose multi-AZ deployment. I would like to go for this sort of structure, right? This sort of structure. See the costing, see the budget. Let me choose this one. Now see the budget. Say this is the price, right? See the single. Say now see the compare the price. This is multi MZ deployment. See the price, say nearly double, right? Nearly double, say 2, 6, yeah, nearly double. That means they charge this instance as well. This instance and this instance, both, right? The price is double, right? That is a disadvantage. But since this one is idle, Anything goes wrong, only it will switch here, right? Okay. Other than this one is idle. So that is the disadvantages, right? The posting factor is bit high, the posting factor is double, right? Now let me go for do not create standby instance. Then see the costing. This is the costing factor. This is the instance price USD. This is the storage per month. This one per month. This is the total amount, right? Right. Now just see, okay, right? Now see what is this one? What is this architecture? This one is, sorry, a read replica. Here, right here. So if this server is busy, we can access the database here as well at the same time. But this one is a read-only copy. Read-only copy. See the synchronization, asynchronous replication, right? Let's see what is asynchronous replication here. Right, now see something. See, let's see what is read replica allows you to have a read-only copy of your production database. This is the read-only copy, right? This is achieved by using asynchronous replication from the primary RDS instance to the read replica. That means the replication is not as soon as possible. Once the data comes here, it will take some time, maybe midnight or early morning, right? Replicate here. This is known as asynchronous replication. Synchronous replication means once the data comes here, we can get the data here as well. That is known as synchronous replication, right? Now see, you can use read replica primarily for very read heavy database workloads. Scaling, this is for the scaling, right? Disaster recovery when read replica is set another region. So disaster recovery purpose, this one we can set it on another region. Another region means the primary maybe in US region, read replica maybe in Singapore region, but this one both should be in the same region. Both should be maybe US region, maybe Singapore region, maybe Indian region. Okay, both should be in same region, right? Right. So this one, the read replica may be in different region, right? So that is the advantage. Say you can see these are the databases supports to this one, read replica. And if you go for Oracle, you have to get this license, Active Data Guard, right? There's a special license for Oracle known as Active Data Guard license, right? Say, see the points here. You must automate backup turn on in order to deploy a read replica. All right. Must have automatic backup turn on. Say, all right. You have to turn on automated backup, right? By default, there's no automate backup. You have to turn on that option. Then only you can get the backup from here, right? Say, but here, this one, the automate backup is already turned on. Okay, we can get the backup from here, not here, right? This one we have to turn on the backup. You have to read replica that have multi ASL, right? You can have up to five read replica copies of any database, right? So that means this primary is located in US. We can have read replica copy all over the world. That means one is in Singapore, one is in India, one is in Japan, one is in Korea, one is in let's say Africa. Likewise, we can go up to maximum 5 read replica copies. Okay, we can create maximum 5, right? But if you go for DynamoDB, okay, next one we are going to learn DynamoDB. DynamoDB, we can go up to 25 read replicas, right? Right. That is, okay, that one is a bit different one, but each replica will have its own DB endpoints. That means all these replicas will have separate endpoints. That means separate IP address, right? Separate IP and the name, right? You can have read replica of read replicas, but watch out the latency. You can have read replica in a second region, right? Say this one is our first region, this one is our second region. Maybe you can have same region as well. It's up to your decision. You can create read replica of multi-AZ source databases. This is the source databases. From the source databases, you can create read replica. Right. Read replica can be promoted to be either own databases. This breaks the replication. Right. Now let's see. This is the read replica. Say anything goes wrong, you have to manually switch. Right. Anything goes wrong here. Say if this primary is down, you have to manually switch this as primary. Right now, this one is read replica. You can promote this one as primary. Anything goes wrong, but this one is a manual process. It's very important. Okay, it's a manual process. But this one is automatic process. Anything happen here, a DNS within 1 second it will switch here. But this one we have to manually do it. That is the drawback, guys. Right? You can promote this as a primary server manually. Right? Read replica can be promoted to be their own databases. This breaks the replication. That means we have to break the replication and we have to manually promote this. Synchronous versus asynchronous replication storage. What is synchronous and what is asynchronous? As synchronous replication means, say, data is replicated to secondary instance at the same time as a new data is being created or updated in the primary instance. Say, synchronous replication means, say, whatever you update here, same time you get the data here. Say, let's see here, you are updating the data X. Same time you get X here. Asynchronous means you are updating X here. After some times you get X here. After 5 hours or 4 hours or, okay. After some time you get X here. That is known as asynchronous replication, right? Asynchronous replication not performed at the same time. It's not, okay. As changes are made in the primary storage, data is replicated only predetermined time period. This could be hourly, daily, or weekly, or maybe midnight, or early in the morning, right? It will take some time to replicate. When the traffic is low, it is going to replicate. That's what people set replication, right? Maybe midnight, maybe especially banks databases replicates midnight, right? Right. Multi-AZ versus read replica model. That means the difference between this model and this read replica, right? Let's see the difference. Let's see. This one is cut to cut points. Let's see. Main purpose is high availability. So this one main purpose is high availability, right? High availability. This one main purpose is scalability, right? Is for especially for the scalable purpose. This one, right? That means we can access the database here and here as well. Okay, only the read operation we can access both databases. Scalable, right? We can scale. Synchronous replication. This one is asynchronous replication, right? The sync is bit fast here. This one is the sync. Asynchronous replication. Primary instance is active. Okay, here the primary instance is active. This one is standby, right? So here all read replica are accessible, can be used for reading scale, read scaling. That means here both instances are active, right? This is especially for read operations, right? Automatic backup taken from standby. That means we take the backup from here, not here. No backup configured by default. Okay, here there's no backup configured by default. We have to enable it. That backup option we have to enable here. Then only the backup will take from this read replica, right? Always span at least 2 AZ within region. So it will span across 2 availability zone, right? Within a region, say within a region, right? So it should be within a region, right? So this one is can be within a same region or cross region, maybe in US or whatever, Japan or whatever region. Right? Automatic failover to standby. Automatic failover to standby means quickly it will switch. Right? If there is a failover here, it will quickly switch here. Right? This one manual failover. This one we have to manually switch. Anything goes wrong here, anything goes wrong in the primary, we have to manually switch. So these are the difference, guys. The difference between multi-AZ deployment and a read replica. Okay, this architecture and this architecture, right? Right. Those are the different, guys. So please go through mind map and get the idea, right? Now we are here, right? So these are the options you can choose. Would you like to go for manually or automatic, right? Multi-AZ deployment, okay, right? So this is the authentication part. Would you like to go for IAM authentication or Kerberos authentication or a default authentication? Default authentication means username and password. So we would like to go with the default one, right? This one, right? Right. So let me choose my SQL database Okay. So let me go with free trial. So if I go for production or development testing, these are the chargeable components, guys. You also please choose the free trial. Free trial, there are some limited resources. Anyway, we will go with the free trial, right? Let's choose MySQL. So you can choose MySQL, whatever, right? As it is, as you wish. You can choose any of the version, and it should be free trial. And please configure the database name. Just put any name. The username as admin. The password. Let me put the password. Let's say ABC underscore 1 2 3 4 5 6. At least 8 printable ASCII characters. Let's see whether we can use this password. Right. Now I have chosen ABC underscore 1 2 3 4 5 6. That is my password. This is a username admin. Free trial. And let's see the burstable classes. Let's see T2 micro. They are giving free trial. The hardware is T2 micro. This is the hardware, and this one 20 GB is enough. And there's no multi-AZ here. So if you go for this option only, production only, you can see the multi-AZ blah blah things comes. And here you have to choose the VPC and all. Say what is the subnet group default one. Would you like to access this one outside or inside? Say, let me access this one from outside, guys. Say yes, choose yes. Say what is the VPC group, and this is the security group, right? VPC we have already chosen. This is the security group. Where would you like to deploy your database? US East 1A AZ. This is the default port, right? So that's all. Right? You can see here 750 hours for free, since this is a free trial, right? Right. Say let's see additional configuration and monitoring and all those stuff. We will come later for this part. Right? Enable automated backup. We don't want backup, right? Remove it, right? Right. Backup, remove it. Otherwise, it will take backup. Right. If you would like to lock any locks, you can go for these blocks. All right. Say enable auto mirror version update. Okay. So enable auto minor. If there's any version upgrade for the database, Amazon is going to upgrade those patches, right? Say maintenance window. You can choose the maintenance window. Say you can choose here. You can set the time. Say the downtime is, this is the downtime. You can specify the downtime, at what time you are going to down the database for minor patches, update and everything, or just say no preferences, right? I don't want, right? That means if you choose this one, say Amazon is going to specify the time automatically, right? Or you can specify the maintenance window, at what time the operation and these things happen, right? Like no preferences, right? Say just say create database. Now we are creating the database. This is the database name. This is the MySQL engine. The region and the database size. This is the hardware T2 micro. That means 1 virtual CPU and 1 GB RAM. Now the status is creating and is located in VPC. There is no multi-AZ. No, right? Multi-AZ. Right. Now let's see. It will take few seconds to deploy. Right. Now let's see. Okay, once the database created, let's see how we are going to connect these databases from outside, right? Say if you use Windows machine, go for what they call Microsoft Workbench, right? If it is Linux machine, just type some commands and you can able to connect. I'll show you how to connect both platforms. Now still is creating. In the meantime, let me run one Linux machine from my laptop. Just run it. Let's see. I just on my Kali here. Right now it's running here. Meantime, still is creating. Meantime, I am going to download MySQL Workbench, right? That is for Windows machines. Say download MySQL Workbench. Say this is the software, guys. You can download this one. So let's see whether I have MySQL. Yeah, I already installed MySQL Workbench. Then no need to download, guys. Let me open MySQL Workbench here. This is the client software. Means still is creating. So this is the client software, right? First of all, we'll connect via Linux and create some databases and add some records and see how it works. Right? Say still is creating. Say let me open Linux machine. Let's connect from Linux and see. Still is creating. You go for the terminal. First of all, you have to install the MySQL client in your Linux PC, right? Say what's the command? Right, apt install MySQL. Okay, just say MySQL asterisk. It will install all the things. Okay, it's already installed, right? We have already installed MySQL client software, right? Let me connect. If the database is ready, then we can able to connect this one. Now, right now the database is ready. Now we can connect this database and see. Just click database here. You can see the database name. The role name is there. What is the CPU, and the current connection. Engine is MySQL. The class DBT2 micro. The hardware. This is the region, right? This is the port. Endpoint. So we use endpoint to connect and the VPC blah blah things, right? So let me choose the endpoint, and we need the port as well, right? So just go to your Linux machine, MySQL -H and -P3306 is a port number, right? Let's connect and see. Now it's asking the password. ABC underscore 1 2 3 4 5 6. Access denied for root. Okay. Say so what is the username? We have put admin, right? No, yeah, I think admin. Not root, guys. Admin is a username we have created, not root. That is the reason. So ABC underscore 1 2 3 4 5 6. Wait, maybe I am wrong. Wait. Unknown database. So let's see the commands, guys. MySQL -2 user. So this is the commands, guys. Now the database connected. So you can see MySQL -2 admin and mention the endpoint and -p, small p, right? You can able to connect. Just give the password and you can able to connect. Now we have connected, right? This is the right command, guys. Okay. All right. So let me create some databases. You see the commands and everything here. Just create the database known as AWS, right? Say create database AWS. This is the command. Say go to the, just type paste here, right? You can give any name, right? Then say use AWS, right? Now the database got change here. Then type, let me create some table, right? Say, let's see, I'm going to create a table like this. If the table is not exist, then I'm going to create the table. Huh? So that's a command. Just copy and paste it. That's all. Now we have created the table ACS, right? You can add some records, right? Let me add some record. Say insert into ACS, say book, blah blah things. Huh? Just add some record. Right, they affected. Let me add some more records. Say, let's put like this. Now we have added all the records here, right, in the database. Say if you want to get the table details, select asterisk from ACS, the table name, right? Just enter here, paste it over here and see. Now you can see the table. So this is the table we have added. Right? This is the table, so you can see. Right? This is the way. This is how you connect from Linux machines. Right? If it is Windows machine, use MySQL Workbench. Okay, let's go to Windows machine. Right. Just say database, connect to database and give the host name, just give the endpoint. Say what is the endpoint here? Just copy and paste the endpoint. The port number is 3306, username, admin. That's all, and say okay, it will ask the password when we connect. Say password PC underscore 1 2 3 4 5 6. Say okay. Now you see here. Now we have connected with Amazon. This is the database AWS. You see the table. So this is the table. So this column name, blah blah things are there. Index is there. The blah blah thing, foreign keys and blah blah things are there. Right. Say let's Let's see the book ID. You can see the book ID. Let's put the table. Yes, select first 1000 column. Now see, you can see the table here, the book ID, the title, the published date, description, blah blah things are there, right? Same thing we get here as well when we select these things database. Right? This is how you are going to access the database from Windows machine. Right? Just install MySQL Workbench. Right? So guys, if you have any questions, please raise. You can monitor the database, right? Right? The CPU utilization, DB connections, the free storage space, IOPS, the memory, blah blah things. You can able to monitor it. The log events, right? You can create the alarms. If the storage space is this much of storage, trigger the alarm, right? You can create the alarms, right? Say you can see these things configuration. Say what is the configuration we have done? The T2 micro, 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM size, the storage 20 GB bytes, blah blah things, right? The maintenance and backup, we can get the set the maintenance window, right? Say by default the maintenance is enabled. My Amazon is going to do the maintenance, right? Or you can specify the time, right? You can get the snapshot point in time, right? You can take the snapshot point in time, particular time. You can get the snapshot. You can get the backup, right? To see the connectivity and all, right? This is the security group attached with the instance. So we have discussed these things, the read replica and multi-AZ, right? Right. So guys, if you have any questions, please raise. Right. Okay. Hope you all are fine. So this is the way we connect the databases. Right. Next, what is this one? A DB parameter group. Right. DB parameter group. Say you can see the DB parameter group here, somewhere here. Say parameter groups. This is the default parameter group, DB parameter group. Let's see what is the default parameter group. Say when we create database, we have chosen this one, the default one. Right? This one is going to define the underlying structure of the database. Underlying structure means where the log file goes. What is the password restriction? It may be 8 characters. It should be capital, small, and asterisk, blah blah things, right? This is going to define those kind of things, right? Okay. Underlying architecture of database, right? The DB parameter group. So if you click here, you can see there are more than 27 parameters. This one is going to define where the log file goes, how the password would be, the privileges, the logs, right? So those things defined by this one, right? DB parameter group, right? If you want, you can create DB parameter group. Yeah, there's a question. Let me answer the question. What is meaning of underlying? Yeah, underlying architecture. Yeah, yes, right. That means, say, this is a database, right? Say particular this default this parameter is group is going to define what is the password policy of the database. Say when we create the password, we have chosen the admin and we have create the password as abc underscore 123. Okay. Say this this one is going to define what is the maximum number of password. Maybe it's 6 characters, or maybe 8 characters, maybe 9 characters. Those are the underlying architecture. Okay, where this log file is goes, where the database log, where it goes. Maybe it goes to var log. Okay, maybe it goes to var log. So this parameter group is going to define the path, log path. Okay, those things known as underlying parameters, right? So you can see some other underlying parameter. There are more than 27 underlying parameters are there, right? The auto increment these things is up to 1 to 65,000 something. The backlog and the base directory, it goes to the databases and everything goes to this directory. If you want, you can change this one. Say what you can do is edit, say just go for edit parameter, and you can define the password policies and the log file location. Okay, you can just say define it. This is known as underlying parameter. Say by default, automatic privileges by default is true. If you want, you can make it a 0, false, right? So those are the underlying parameters. Let's choose password. You can see the password policies and say password, native password. You can modify this parameter. The password history, you can go up to this much of days. Say the password expires after 100 days, right? You can define the password reuse level, the proxy users, valid password, right? So these are the underlying parameters. Okay. So when you create the database, you have to follow the underlying parameter policies, right? Yeah, you can modify if you want. You can modify as you wish, right? There's a cancel editing, right? You can modify, right? Say if you want, you can create separate parameter as to wish. According to your application requirement, you can create separate parameter for your application. This is especially for programmers. Okay, say they need this sort of requirements, right? Right. So this is about underlying parameters and everything. Right. this is the RDS, the relational database, right? So you can get output, right? So even you can encrypt the database. Say this one support up to 64 terabytes storage. Right? This relational database, whatever you choose, MySQL or whatever, is support up to 64 terabyte. If you would like to store more than 64 terabyte, then go for a Redshift. That is a cluster database, right? Say RDS transaction database work based on the OLTP. It is not intended to store analytical data coming out of Kinesis. There's another option is there, Kinesis, right? Service there. Say all OLTP is there. It support OLTP, online transaction processing, right? Especially your payment, ATM, those things support OLTP, right? Encryption is there. Okay? You can encrypt the database, right? Right. So that is about this RDS database. Right. Hope you all are fine. Right. Now we have discussed all the points under RDS. There are 8 points, right? Just go through these 8 points. Right. So please go through this as well. You get more explanation. Right. These things say what is the synchronous, asynchronous replication, the cross-region replication, right? We can get the snapshot at point in time. The image, we can get the image. Right. Next one, let's see what is Aurora. This is Amazon one, right? Right. Say DynamoDB. So this is Amazon one. So this one support both. That means a read replica plus multi-ASL. Okay, it support both, right? So you can get the database here. Say create database. Say let me delete this database. Just choose the database and say delete, right? Say you can delete this database. Just mention the database name over here. Then you can able to delete this one. Confirm the, okay, you have to say delete me, yeah? Delete, then say delete. Now we are deleting the RDS database, right? Say create database. So this time, say one progress is going on. This time we would like to choose this one. Right? This is Amazon Amazon one, right? So here you see here Amazon Aurora MySQL compatible edition, Amazon Aurora PostgreSQL compatible edition. You can choose any of the options, right? Say, would you like to go for MySQL? Go for this one, right? It's similar to MySQL, right? Say, capacity type provision, serverless, right? You can go for serverless. Say if you use Lambda and all, you can go for serverless option. Okay. So this one is auto scaling. Okay. Auto scaling. Right? Auto scaling by default enable. Okay. Both options. Right. You can choose the version. Say, would you like to go for production or development? You can choose. Here there's no free option, right? And the database name, just give the database credentials and choose the hardware. What is the hardware would you like to go with, right? And choose the AZ. It's a multiple AZ or is in the, don't create Aurora replica, right? It's in the, that means it's in the single AZ, right? And choose the connectivity and all, right? What is the VPC? What is the subnet group? The public access or private access as like earlier, and choose the VPC and choose the AZ availability zone and create the database, right? So just go through this one. So it's provision or serverless. Both support auto scaling. Say single master, multi-master. Say single master, multi-master means single master mean one write, multiple read. Multi-master mean multiple write, multiple read. Right? So that is known as single master and multi-master, right? Here you can create the global databases. That means your database in one location across the world. You can create your global databases, right? You can go for 15 replicas, but MySQL you go for up to 5 replica. That means 15 countries you can deploy this one. Okay, so global. So it support online transaction processing, online analytical processing, both it supports. But RDS is support online transaction processing, but it support both, right? It support multi-AZ and read replica, both it supports, right? So this is about Amazon Aurora database, right? This is inbuilt one, right? You can create like MySQL. Just say if you click here, you can create the Amazon Aurora database, okay? But Amazon is going to charge this one, right? Yeah, let me answer the question. Yes, we can. There's their migration process from one DB to another DB. Yes, we can do the database migration. That means let's see. Previously, our databases are in MySQL. If you want, you can transfer the database to Aurora, right? That is possible. Say, let's see the. Let me show the migration process. Anyway, I'll discuss that as well. Not today, right? I'll separately, we have a session for this one. So for migration process, we can migrate the data. Okay, we will discuss that as well. There we are going to discuss the what we call, there's let me find the wording, the migration. We will discuss that as well, the migration and all those stuff. Anyway, I'll discuss that one separately, right? Let me show you the migration one. Anyway, we'll discuss separately that part, right? So this is about RDS, Aurora, and next one, we are going to discuss another database that is known as the DynamoDB, right? It's a DynamoDB database, right? Let's see what is DynamoDB. Say there are SQL and no SQL. First of all, let's see what is SQL and no SQL. Say it's a fully managed NoSQL database service that provides fast and predictable performance with seamless scalability, right? Say this supports NoSQL. RDS support SQL, right? Say, let's see what is SQL and what is NoSQL. So SQL is a main tool to manage database. Here, NoSQL means not only SQL. Right? Relational database, this non-relational database. Okay, you can show any data, right? Just put a column, right, as you like, and you can show any data. Create multiple table and relate them. Right? Here, a single table. Okay? Here we have only one table in DynamoDB. If you go for MySQL, we have multiple tables. Right? Vertical scaling. Vertical scaling means you can increase the resources. That means you increase the RAM size, increase the CPU size, those kind of things. Horizontal scaling means it supports multiple servers. That means this database, you can deploy multiple VMs. Okay? That is known as horizontal scaling. Vertical scaling means increase the size, increase the RAM size, storage size, CPU size. That is known as vertical scale. Horizontal means increase the servers. Okay? Fast and consistent in performance. Okay? Massive storage, support millions of requests per second. Support IAM for security. Built-in auto scaling. Auto scaling is built-in. That means if the particular storage doesn't have capacity, it will automatically increase the storage, right? Automatically increase the RAM size. Automatically increase the WCU. We'll see what is WCU, right? Those kind of things. This chapter especially for programmers, right? Let's see. Anyway, we'll discuss some points here. We'll create a table and see how it works. DynamoDB. Say, let's see the characteristics of DynamoDB. The table in a collection of item, and each item has collection of attributes. Each table can have infinitive number of items, right? You can add any number of items. Each item has attributes. The maximum size of item is 400 kilobytes, right? Yeah, there's a question. Let me answer. Please explain vertical scaling. Yes, yeah. Vertical scaling means it's like this. Say, this is your computer. Say, if you want to increase the performance, you can increase the size of the hard drive. Say, at the moment, the hard drive is 100 GB. You are going to increase up to 1000 GB bytes, right? The RAM size is 64 GB. You are going to increase up to 128 GB bytes. If the you by default you have 2 virtual CPU, you are going to increase up to 10 virtual CPU. This is known as vertical scaling. You are increase the resources, right? The horizontal scaling means, say at the moment you are running one EC2 instance, right? Here you are increasing the number of servers, number of instances. This is horizontal scaling. This is vertical scaling. You are increasing the hardware, the resources, right? For here, only one computer. Here, you have more than one computer, the horizontal scaling, right? Right. That is about the vertical scaling and the horizontal scaling, right? So is that your question? Okay, right. Okay, right. So this is about DynamoDB. Is okay. So its maximum size of the item data is 400 kilobyte, right? KB kilobyte, right? Right. Okay. Let me open next slide. Here, so up to now is fine, but now, you know, the primary key, you know, say when we create database, say one key should be primary key, right? Say, say uniquely identifies each item in table so that no two items can have the same key, right? Say primary key means, say for example, let's see the roll number. Roll number is 1, 2, it goes 1, 2, 3, it goes like that, right? So uniquely identify the particular attribute, right? That is known as primary key, right? Say, let me open the DynamoDB now. Let's cancel this. Let's search DynamoDB. The database migration part, I'll separately discuss. Anushka again. Don't worry, I'll discuss that as well. This is the DynamoDB, right? say here, you can see this is there are two consoles here, new console and old console. Say return to previous console experience. Say this is the old console. Yeah, this is the old console, right? Switch to, this is the new console, right? Here you have two consoles. You can use any of the console as to like, right? Say create table, right? Create table. Let me go with old console. Then we come back to this one. Say return to previous console. Right? You can go for any of the consoles as to like. Say here, let's see, let me create the table. Here you can have a primary key, right? Just give the table name and the primary key. Wait, let me go to the other one. Just say cancel this one. Here you only have one table, okay? Say create table. Say just table name table 1 or whatever name. Here just say the partition key. Partition key, short key. Okay. Say first of all, let's see the partition key. Partition key is the primary key. Right? The partition key is a part of the table primary key, right? Primary key. Say for example, student's number, roll number, right? Say this is a roll number. Those are the, say, partition key is a primary key. Right? Say sort key also primary key. Okay. When you search the item, you can use partition key, or you can use both primary key and sort key. Right? Both keys you can use to search the item. Right? At the moment, let's go with partition key. Okay. That means this one is a primary key, right? Right. Primary key and short key, or we can say range key. The primary key can be the partition key or combination of partition key and short key. The primary key, you can use combination of partition key and short key, right? Let's see how to use the combination. First, we go with the partition key, right? Say custom settings, you can just go for custom settings. Say read write capacity, right? So right. Now it comes like this. Say, let's see what is consistent, read consistent, what is write consistency, read consistency. Let's see those kind of things. Right. Say, let's see default settings. Right. Say, let me create the table. Now we are creating the table in DynamoDB, right? Now see the table has been created, right? Say let's see the items. Say let's see, go to the table. Right now there's no items here. You can create item. Say create item. Let's see, this is the primary key, the partition key. Let me create say first name. Say first name, right? And say let's add some more attributes. Just last name, say last name, right? That string, the string, say not string. Let me add city or something. Okay, then create item, right? Say you can add the value, say first name, say let me create say Tulan, say Anishka, right? Say city, say Colombo, right? Something like this. Say create item. Which you must provide the partition key attribute roll number. So I have to give the number here. Say 100. It should be number there. Okay. Right. Say create item. So now we have created the table. Right. Say that is the roll number, the city, the first name, last name we have created. Right. Say, let's see, let me add some more item. Wait, this is edit. Yeah, wait. Let me add some. Say, roll number is 102. String, say this one, first name. Say this guy has only the first name. Say Bill. Okay, and say at 10 he and first name and the city, right? Say string city. Yes, say he's from Candy. Create item. We can say this person have hasn't any last name. We can add like this. Right? Yeah. Yeah, we can use number, data type, or yes, sorry, yeah, we have to use number, right? Actually, but still it works, right? Actually, yes, we have to change this one. The type we already selected as string, but still is working. Actually, it should be number. Right, because the roll number should be number. Wait, let me modify this one. The thing is, I can remove the primary key, right? So it should be number. This is my mistake, right? So the data type should be number, right? Say, let me modify this one and see. Okay, there's no option, but it should be number, right? Next table, we'll go with the number, right? Okay. Likewise, we can create, right? These things, right? Table, right? Right. Say next we are going to discuss the short key, right? Say, let's see what is short key. Right? Short key also primary key. Right? Say, let me delete this one. Delete items. Say delete. Right. Say, let me create the table again. Say this table is there. Let me delete this table. Delete all CloudWatch alarms for this table. Right. Say, there's not to create any backup. Don't choose this option. Otherwise, if you choose this option, the DynamoDB is going to create the backup, right? delete it, right? Let me create a new table. Say create it, now it's deleting. Say create table. This time say table 1, the primary key roll number should be just number, right? Just short key is mobile number, right? Say it should be number, right? Now this both these keys act as primary key, right? Say just go for default setting, creative. Right. Now see, both work as primary key. Right. See let's see the beauty here, right? Say go to the table. Yes, just add some items here. There's no add item. Say create items. Say here, just say roll number, say 100, mobile number, say 776 13 46 31, right? And say first name, Bill, just city, Colombo. You can create the record. Now see the roll number is 100. Huh? Right. Let me add the create item. Say 100. Now the mobile number 776 13 46 32, right? 32. Say the first string, first name, say you can put Bill also. Let's say string city, yeah. City, let's say I'm putting Colombo. Let's see whether it works here. Say it works. Say that is the beauty of these things. Say here the both are primary key. See the both keys, the combination of keys are primary key. Even the data may be duplicate. That means the same person, 2 names may be in Colombo area, or maybe 3 names may be in Colombo area. Right? See the 100, this number is 32, this number is 31. Both act as primary key, guys. The combination of keys. Right? So if you want to search the record, you can use the short key to search the record, or you can use the primary key to search the record, right? So here there are 2 keys. One is short key, other one is primary key, right? 2 keys, right? But in the RDS we have only 1 primary key, right? Right. So the indexing, querying are very easy, right? Right. Anyway, I am going to delete the record, this one. Say let me add like this. Say let me add some more record like this. Say 101, sorry 102. Let me add say mobile number 13 46 31. Say say number, say, so say I am adding the NIC number, I'm adding, say, NIC number 89100. So these things. Say, let me add B, it supports. Right? Say, create item. Wait, sorry, it should be number. Sorry. It should be number. Create item. Still it works. Here, this person, I'm adding only the NIC number, not for this first name or last name or city, just adding another column NIC number, it works. Right? It should be number, right? Right. Okay. This is the beauty of DynamoDB, right? All right. Right. So, okay. Next one, we are going to discuss the write capacity unit and read capacity unit, guys. Okay. Okay. Before this one, we'll get a short break, 15 minutes time. Now we'll start around 3:50 or 55. Right? We'll get 15 minutes break, guys. Right? Like, let's start. Sorry for the power interruption. Right. Now, fine. Now let's see. So let's discuss about this some other points. Say, let's see what is write capacity unit and the read capacity unit. Right. Say here, say create table. Say, first of all, let me switch to the previous console. So this one is a previous console. Let's see table one. You can add the primary key as to wish, roll number. Okay. Previous, you can, even if you want, you can add the short key as well. Okay. In the previous console, this is a way to add the short key, right? Yeah. Say here, just see what is this one. The read write capacity mode. Right? So if you select on demand, right? If you select on demand, Amazon is going to select the read capacity unit and write capacity unit. This is the chargeable option. And let's see what is read capacity unit and write capacity unit. According to the traffic, it is going to, Amazon is going to choose the read capacity unit and write capacity unit. Sometimes it may choose 1000 read capacity unit, sometimes 2000, 5000, right? It's depend on the traffic, right? So, but you can control this one. Okay. You can control read capacity and write capacity. Right? Say, let's see, this is the default one. The read capacity unit 5. The write capacity unit 5. Right? And this is the auto scaling option. Say, let me put 100. Okay. 100 is a, if I put 100 is a gap. It won't go beyond 100. Say minimum is 5. If the read capacity go beyond 70, it is going to add one read capacity unit. Maybe 6 or 7, it depends. And see estimated cost $2.91 per month. Here you can calculate the read capacity unit, write capacity unit. Let's see what is read capacity unit and write capacity unit, right? See the definition. This is the write capacity unit. See the definition. One write capacity unit is equal to 1 read per second up to 1 KB. Say one write per second, right? Up to 1 KB. That is the definition of write capacity unit. Right? If more than 1 KB, more write capacity unit are consumed. Say, let's see, 10 objects per second with 2 KB each. Right? So then what is the write capacity unit? 10 objects. Say 2 into 10 is equal to 20 write capacity unit. See the definition carefully. 1 write per second up to 1 KB. Right? That is the one capacity unit. Right? If it is 2, so then if it is 10 object, each 2, then we need 2 into 10, 20 write capacity unit. Say 6 object per second of 45 KB. Say 45 KB means we can't put decimal. Okay, we have to take this as 5, not 4.5. Take this as 5 and calculate. Then 6 into 5, 30 write capacity unit. Right. So let's see 120 object per minute. Right. Say then you have to divide this one with 60. Then each 2 KB, then just multiply by 2, then 4 write capacity units, right? So that is about this one. Right. Give me a second. Right. Say, okay, try to understand the calculation, right? Say, right? Say that is about this 6, right? Say if you want, you can use the calculator and the number of, say, just say, even say, just put 10 here. Then the write capacity is 5, right? Say if you put 2 here, right? Say the read capacity is 5, write capacity is 2, right? Say you can able to calculate here, and this is the estimated cost, right? Right. This one is read capacity. This one is write capacity unit. This is the read capacity unit. Say eventually consistent read, strongly consistent read. Let's see what is eventually consistent read and strongly consistent read, right? Say this is the say right. Say from here there's XY. This one is X storage. This one is Y storage. Right. So this storage is going to write here something. Right. If you go for eventual consistent read means say for here, say from here you are writing something here, right? Right. So it will take some time. So even the data comes here, it will take some time to save in the particular hard drive, right? So if you say on that time, if you read the data, say if you read the data, you won't get the latest update, right? Say the latest update is XYZ. Since the data comes here, it will take some time to write in the hard drive. On the particular time interval, if you read the particular data, you won't get the latest update. That means you won't get XYZ. Right? It will take. Okay? So if you after 1 hour time, if you read the data, then you can get the latest update XYZ. Right? That is known as eventually consistent read. Right? Right? So let's see what is strongly consistent read. Say there are 2 hard drives here. Say strongly consistent read means say once the data comes here, on that time it is going to write XYZ. Okay. So when we read the data again, we can get the latest update XYZ. Right? XYZ. That is known as strongly consistent read. Right? So if it is eventual consistent read, if we read just after write, maybe get unexpected response. Sometimes we may get the old data. Strong consistent read means if we read just after write, we get the correct data. Okay. We get the correct data. The writing is speed compare with this one, right? If we read just after the write, we get the correct data. This one it will take some time to get the correct data, right? Right. There's a latency to write the data, right? Right. Say one read capacity unit is equal to 1 strongly consistent read per second or 2 eventual consistent read per second up to 4 KB size. If more than 4 KB, more RCU are consumed, right? Just go for the calculation here. This is the calculation, right? So if it is 10 strongly consistent read with 4 KB each, then 10 into say it's a 4 by 4, 10 RCU. We need 10 RCU, read capacity unit, right? Right. Please go through the calculation. Right. Sometimes you may get like this. Sometimes you may get this DynamoDB error. So it's saying if we exceeded our RCU and WCU, we get provision to put expectation. If you get the error, you have to increase the read capacity unit and write capacity unit. Say by default is saying, say guys, by default is saying 5. If you get the error, that means the exceeded, then it throw error like this, right? Then we have to increase the read capacity unit and write capacity unit manually. Right? If the auto scaling is not enabled, sometimes you may get the error. Right? One option is you can increase the read capacity and write capacity. Other option, enable auto scaling. Right? So, right. So this is about DynamoDB, right? Right. Say let me switch to new console. Just say cancel this one and let's see the switch to new console. Here, just say create table. Here say customize. Here you can see here number of read capacity unit, write capacity unit. The target is 75%. If the traffic is more than 75%, then it will increase the read capacity unit. Right? It comes like this. This one is read capacity. This one is write capacity. This is the new console. Right? Here there are some capacity units and primary keys and sort keys are there. Right? Right. And one more thing here, the DAC is there. This is the caching option. Okay. You can create the clusters, the number of instances, right? That means the vertical scaling. Sorry, not vertical scaling, horizontal scaling. Okay. Number of computers, right? Horizontal scaling. Say you can go for the backup, create backup, and you can get the schedule the backup, right? And the parameter group also they are here. You can configure the parameter group. If you want, you can create new parameter group. All right. So this is about DynamoDB, right? So exam, this one is enough, right? Guys, we are going to have a separate workshop for databases, right? There we are going to discuss all the options. It's free for you guys, right? But we will have the workshop as soon as possible, maybe next month, right? Here we are going to discuss all the databases in detail. Right? Let's say finally, let's see finally for this where we use the this one DynamoDB, especially for IoT operations, say IoT data streaming, and the non-structured data, unstructured data, say RDS, relational database, we go for the structured data. Here we go for unstructured data or non-structured data. Okay, we can just add the data, that's all. And the mobile app, especially for gaming softwares, they use this kind of things, DynamoDB. Say have had scalability problem with other traditional database system. So if there's any scalability issues, then we go for DynamoDB. So we are working with the online transaction processing, say OLTP workload, high performance reads and writes are easy to manage with DynamoDB and can create expected performance that can eventually concern across widely varying loads, especially so the huge transaction, especially for the banking purpose, the ATM and all, they use DynamoDB. Right? These are some use cases. And one more thing, guys, we can create the global table. The global table means, say, it's like this. Say the our DynamoDB in US region. Say this one is in US Virginia, right? Virginia, right? There's a DynamoDB table is there. Say you can go for global table. That means if your customers are in another part of the world, let's say the customers are in Sri Lanka, then you can create another table. Okay, just get the copy of this table and another table, and they as in the region. Say this one is in Sri Lankan region, right? Sri Lankan region. Okay, okay. Yes, that means get the read replica and assign and create a table, right? Let's see where the option is. Let's see the option. Let's see table. Say you can create a global table as well. Let me show you. First of all, we have to create the table, right? Let me create the table. Table, let's see. Now this table is in Virginia, right? Say partition key is student number or something, roll number, and say you can customize the parameters and blah blah things. Let's go for the default settings. Right. Let's see let's create the global table. Say global table. Let's create the global table. Create replica. Now we are going to create a replica. Say create replica. Here choose the region. Say our customers are in Sri Lanka, but there's no region for Sri Lanka. Let's choose Mumbai, India. Mumbai. Right? Just say create replica. You can create the replica in Mumbai. Right? Say so our table is in Virginia. You can create the replica in Mumbai. Say if your customers are in Mumbai, you can create the separate table for Mumbai. Right? Say if you create, you can create the replica as well. Right? Say I'm going to cancel this option. Say let me delete this one. Likewise, you can create the replica, guys. Say that's about the global table means, right? So this is about the caching option. You have this much of option, guys. This is especially for developers, right? Right. So the seamless cache for DynamoDB, if you enable a DAX, right? Go through DAX to DynamoDB. Microsecond latency for this one, solve hotkeys problem, default TTL by blah blah things, multi-asset, secure, right? This is the caching option. So if they ask the question, what is the caching option in DynamoDB, DAX. Say DAX is the caching option. Say this is the DynamoDB is there. The cache is in front. So what is the caching option? DAX. This is the caching option. Right. Right. So this is about DynamoDB, guys. Right. Now we have discussed MySQL. We have discussed Aurora. We have discussed this one, DynamoDB. Right. And we have discussed caching. Right. Right. So this, please go through this as well. You get a better idea by using this presentation. Right. This is about databases, guys. Right. One more thing. Say one more caching option, elastic cache. Say I forgot to discuss this one, elastic cache. Elastic cache is for RDS, right? If you use RDS, this is the caching engine. If you use DynamoDB, DAX is the caching engine, right? Let me discuss elastic cache as well. Then is finished off. Say elastic cache. This is for RDS databases, right? Say MySQL, Oracle, say MariaDB, PostgreSQL. Okay, those. The caching option known as elastic cache. Say here, just go to, sorry. Just see elastic cache. Just click elastic cache here. This is for RDS, right? Relational databases. There are two type of caching engine. One is memcache, other one is RDS, right? Say there are two type of caching engine available here, Redis and memcache. This is the open source one. This is the Amazon one, right? Here in front of the database, the cache is there, right? You can have, sorry guys. You can have one node or multiple node for the caching engine. Say your database in US is node maybe in India, maybe one node is in Japan. Likewise, you can create the cache, right? So it is okay. It will increase the performance, scalability, availability. There are two type of caching engine, Redis, memcache. This one is open source. This one is Amazon one, right? So just please go through these points. These are the difference between Redis and memcache. Let's see the difference. You need complex data types such as string, hashes, lists, and sets. Go for Redis. You want to simple model possible. Say if your database is very simple, go for this one, memcache. You need to sort out rank in memory data set, right? You need to run large node with multiple cores or threads. You want to persist. Okay, these are the differences, guys. Please go through this, right? This is about elastic cache, guys, right? Right. Now we have completed all the database things. Right. Now we go for the new topic known as what they call data sync, right? You can sync the data. Sync the data means, say, this one is your premises. Say, this is Amazon. This one is your office. Now we have a requirement to transfer the data from our office to Amazon. Say one, the bucket is running, S3 bucket is running. Now we are going to copy our data inside this bucket. This is our premises. Okay. So this is possible, guys. We can copy any amount of data. That means we use a data sync. Then we transfer the data, all our data to Amazon. That is possible. Other data sync is there. Other data sync. Let me go for. This is our VPC. This is the what they call EFX elastic file system. This is the S3 bucket. Right? You can sync the data between from here to here is possible. Right? You can sync the data from EFS to S3. That is possible. Right? So we are going to do the practical. That means let's put some data here and sync the data to our EFS file storage, or it may be the EFX file system, right? Anything, maybe Windows. This one is for Windows. This one is for Linux, right? Okay. So let's do the practical and see. We are going to create the bucket. Meantime, we are going to create the EFX file system and create some data and sync the data from here to here. Let's see whether it's syncing, right? Right. Even you can sync your premises data as well, right? Right. Let me create the bucket here. Say, let's go to S3. Create bucket. So the bucket is in Virginia. You can see, just create the bucket. Let me upload some files, say nettext word AWS. Let me upload some files. Let me upload DNS. I'm going to upload 3 files, right? Upload. let's see close. Now we have uploaded 3 files, right? Now we use the data sync to sync these things to our FXS file system, right? FXS file system we are going to sync, right? Then we are going to create the FXS file system as well. Quickly create FXS file system. This is our S3 bucket. Just type FXS. Say create file system. Say demo FXS file system. Right? Say this is this one. Just say customize. The availability, source availability one. We have already done this one. There's no automatic backup. Remove the automatic backup. Let's say provision bursting is okay. Performance, general purpose, okay. Remove the backup part, right? Now create a file system. Let's choose the security group. Let me choose Windows, this security group. Okay. Let's say next and finish it off. Now we are creating the PFX file system. You can store any amount of data. Let's access the file system through EC2 instance. Okay. Then we need one EC2 instance also. EC2 instance. Let's create one EC2 instance. Say one instance is running. So let me create one EC2 instance. So this one we have already done. Anyway, please check the previous recording. Just give the name for this one. Just say name demo EC2 instance, right? And at the security group, just go for this security group. So here we are creating one EC2 instance to access the file system. That's what we are creating the EC2 instance. Now say right. Say from this instance, you can access the this one. You can access this EFS. Just what you can do is For this, you got to install the util EFS client, right? Just install EFS client in the instance. Say Amazon EFS utils. Sorry, yum install. The command is for yum install Amazon EFS and utils. Yes, install the software. Here, just go to root and say type mkdir EFS, right? Just create the EFS folder here, right? That's all. Now, let me access the EFX file system, EFS file system from this instance, right? Say now this is EFX is running. Click EFX and say just click here. Say attach. Just mount IP address. Just copy this one. Copy and paste here. Paste it to your EC2 instance. Right. Say no need to have sudo because since this is the admin login, just remove sudo here. Right. So we already EFX folder, right? So now mounted. Now see, now we are accessing this EFX file system from our instance. Now we are accessing the EFX file system. So if you type ls, go to cd EFS. Nothing is there. It's a blank folder. It's a blank folder. After sync, we can get all the S3 data, S3 bucket data. Now see, go to the bucket. Now in the inside bucket, we have in this net experts AWS bucket, you see 3 files, right? You just go to this one. Say in this folder, say there's no files, right? Say now we are going to sync the data from S3 bucket to EFS, right? Let's see how to sync. So let's choose, let's go to data sync, just type data sync. Say create, say, okay, we have to create the task for this one. So create task, say create new task. This is the source. What is your source? Source is our S3 bucket. This is the location, okay, EFS, right? Say, okay, just say mention, just choose the S3, just say S3 is the source. And where the S3 is located, US Virginia, and the bucket name, what is the bucket name? Net Experts AWS. This is the bucket name, right? Say, what is the folder? Say, we don't have any folder. Say, in this bucket, we don't have any folder. It's something like this, okay? If you have any folder, then mention the folder name. Right now, there's no folder here. Right, just leave it this one. Say it's a standard storage class. IAM role, just auto generate the IAM role. Just click auto generate. Amazon is going to create the role, right? Say if now Amazon has created the role. Just say next. Now here you are going to choose the destination location. This is the source, this is the destination, right? say here the location is our Amazon EFS file system, where is located, and choose the file system, and the mount path, let's put slash. What is the subnet? This is the default subnet. And the security group, just mentioned the security group as Win SG security group. Yes, say next. Say now see the task name, say task 1, right? Say here, just click verify all data in destination, verify only the data transferred, verify all data in destination. Just choose this one, right? Just verify the data, and the bandwidth, go with the default bandwidth. All right. Say you are using Amazon S3 as a source and or destination for this task. Verify your data will retrieve objects from your bucket, and some S3 storage classes have retrieved. Okay, right. Say just transfer mode. Just say transfer all the data. Right. We have to transfer all the data, all the files. Right. Right. Keep delete files, overwrite files. Okay. And we can schedule, right? We can schedule the particular hourly, timely, we can schedule, right? Say, would you like to keep any logs? Say, no need to have any logs. Say, do not send logs to CloudWatch, right? If you want, you can configure the logs for CloudWatch, right? That means this transaction log inside CloudWatch, right? This transaction log inside CloudWatch. All right, say yes, say next and finish it off. Say now, say create task, right? Now see the task has been created. Okay, there's no schedule here. We are going to manually do the data sync. Okay, it's a manual process. Now before that, go to the bucket. These are the files. Go to the EFS storage and say ls. See, there's no files right now. Inside EFS guys, there is no files, right? Like that. Now see, now go to data sync, start data sync. Start with default. Choose start with default, right? Now say start at execution, task status running, right? Run. Now see, now meantime, just see if there is sync is there and data is there. Still no data, right? Now, okay, right. Let it finish this one, still is running. still is running. Say still is running. Now see available. Now the sync completed. The sync part completed. Now see, now go to the this one and see. Now see, we got all the say this data from S3 bucket. DNS.png is there, Route 53 is there, VPN is there. You can compare here. Go to S3 bucket. Just compare all the files are synced. DNS, Route 53, VPN, all are synced here, right? This is okay. This is how the data sync works, right? That means we internally we transfer the data from S3 bucket to EFS. Okay. This is the EFS file system. This is S3 bucket. We have transferred. Right? This is how the data syncs work. Even we can sync the data from our premises source. Right? From our premises also we can sync the data. Right? Right. Now it's done. So now what we can do is we are going to delete this one. Say go to the data sync. Just choose the task and say delete task. Deleted. Now go to EFS and delete the EFS file system also. Just say delete. Right. So this is how the data sync works. Right. So this is about data sync and all. So just go through these things. Right. Next one we are going to discuss SNS. So this is about the data sync, guys. So I just finish it off this one. So next one, we are going to discuss another service known as SNS. Okay. There are two notification services. One is SNS, simple notification service. Other one is SQS, right? So let's discuss these two services, right? SNS. Right? Let's see how SNS works. Right? Let's see how SNS works. It is fully managed pub and sub messaging service that is highly accessible, durable, and secure. Say pub sub mean say publisher and the subscriber. Right? Say SNS is between publisher and subscriber. Say one side to see the publishers, other side to see the, we have to subscribe. Say if you subscribe only, then they will send the message. Say when you register Amazon exams, they ask you to subscribe, and they ask me a question: would you like to subscribe the topic? Then only they will send the updates, blah blah things, right? If you subscribe only, how they send the subscription? Through email or SMS, right? Say any mobile push, okay? They send the notification, okay? And they send the email and they asking, would you like to subscribe this topic? They use the word topic. Say if we subscribe, then they will send their product details. Say if we anything, not Amazon exams. Say if you subscribe a particular product, say if you subscribe, then they will send the their updates, right? Blah blah things. They send the SMS, those kind of things. If you subscribe only, right? So this is the notification service, simple notification service. SNS uses SMS mail. This is for application to per person. One application is going to send the notification to person, you or whatever it is, right? Other one is there, application to application. Maybe they send the application, send the notification to SQS, Lambda, Kinesis. Sorry, not Kinesis. Kinesis, HTTPS. That also possible. Okay. So our practical, we are going to cover this part, application to person. Let's see how it works. Right. So we use SMS and email. Right. Let's see. Say publisher. So okay. So SNS, we have to create the topic. Say topic for the let's say today sales. Okay. Like that, we are going to create the topic. Right. Say a discount or something. Right? Likewise, we are going to create the topic. Right. Say here we are going to create the topic. Right. Say there are say SNS topic mean an Amazon SNS topic is logical access point that act as a communication channel. A topic lets you group multiple endpoints, such as we can create Lambda, we can create SQS, HTTPS, we can endpoint. That means we can send the message to Lambda application. Maybe We can send the message to SQS. We can send the message to HTTP or HTTPS. Even we can send the message to email or mobile phone number. These are the endpoints. To broadcast the message, yeah, there's a question is there. Wait, yeah, we are going to discuss simple queue service and kindness aspect, right? We will discuss, actually not today. We don't have time today. Next class, we are going to discuss simple queue service. Other one is kindness, right? Skinners. Say, let's see, let me show you. This one is SQS one, right? Is also here one side producer is a consumer, right? The simple queuing service, right? So, and kindness is the real-time streaming model. We will discuss all these types, say SQS, SNS, Kinesis, right? All these components, right? So today we are going to discuss SNS. Next class we are going to discuss SQS and kindness, right? So this is the queuing part we will discuss. It is the broadcast or multicast service. It's the right. So we can broadcast it, right? That means we can specify the endpoint. Would you like to send the message to all the person, or would you like to send the message to only a specific person? Okay, one-to-one communication is also possible. Broadcasting also possible. Say, let me show you. Right. So type SNS. Simple notification service. Say, you can say access policy. Say, define the access policy. So only the topic owner is sending, the receiving point, maybe only the topic owner, right? Maybe everyone. Everyone means it's a kind of broadcast, right? That means, okay. Say only specific specified AWS accounts. Here you mentioned the particular AWS accounts accounts only. That means people who inside this account can receive the message. Or just say only requests with a certain endpoints. Maybe HTTP endpoint, HTTPS endpoint, right? Yes, you can define the policy here. Maybe only the topic owner, right? Only the topic owner or everyone. Any AWS account can subscribe to the topic. Anyone subscribe this one can receive the message, right? So this is the subscription topic. This is the publisher. Publisher may be only the topic owner. Everyone can publish the message. Only the specified AWS account can publish the message, right? Okay, right. Anyway, we are here, right? SNS that create topic. Let's see this one. Now there are 2 points here. When you create topic, standard or FIFO. Say here, say now we are creating the topic. This is standard for FIFO. Standard means first in, first out. Okay. That means the high throughput up to 300 publishers or second. That means FIFO means the message should be in the order, right? The message should be in the order. Say standard means the particular message is not in the order. Say sometimes the third message may process first, right? Second message may process last. Say first message may be processed in the mid of the process, right? Say, let's see the what is standard and FIFO. Standard do not enforcing ordering. Okay, here there is no ordering mechanism. Just send the message. Maybe the last message may go for first, right? Here there is a FIFO, first in, first out basis, enforcing ordering, right? Enforcing ordering. Say standard one may deliver message multiple times. Say sometimes person get the message 2 or 3 times. Here avoid message processing multiple times. Here only one time the person is getting the message, right? Say standard topic supports nearly unlimited number of messages per second, right? It supports unlimited number of messages. This one support 300 transactions per second. This one is limited. FIFO is limited configuration. Support topic could handle up to 2.5 million subscription, right? It will handle up to 2.5 million subscription. This one is handle up to 100 subscription, right? So that's what the better option is. Let's go for standard. Okay, you can go for any of the option. So this one's the only issue is we won't send the message in order. Say if you use this one, it's a first in, first out basis, right? So go for standard one. Say just put the topic. Just say my topic. Just say copy and paste these things. Display name. You can encrypt the message when you send the message. You can encrypt or disable the encryption as well. The access policy. So everyone can get the message. Say the define who can subscribe to topic, who can receive the messages. Everyone, right? It goes to all the customers. Not specified customers. If you want to specify the customers, just mention the topic owner or mention the particular AWS account. Okay? Just choose everyone. Then say let's say create topic. Now we have created the topic. The topic name, my topic. Okay, this is the topic owner, and right. This topic has been created. Let's go to subscription. Here we are going to create the subscription, the endpoints. Okay, maybe the HTTPS endpoint, maybe the SMS endpoint, maybe the email endpoint, right? Whatever endpoint, create subscription. Say just choose the topic. Say what is the protocol, the email or HTTPS, SMS, Lambda, SQS, simple queue service, maybe Kinesis data for Firehouse. Let me choose email. Right? Say endpoint, let me put the endpoint email address. Say just say this is the Just copy and paste. Just say copy and paste the email endpoint. Right. So just say create subscription. Right. Now you see subscription. Okay. You can see the pending confirmation. That means the endpoint should subscribe. Endpoint should accept. Say now, see, okay, there's no confirmation from endpoint. Endpoint, what is the endpoint here? Email. Just go to email and see whether we receive any emails. Say, just say refresh. Now see, there's an email from Amazon, my topic. Just click the email and confirm the subscription. Just click the email, confirm subscription. If you confirm, right, now go to Amazon and see, now it's confirmed, right? Subscription confirmed by the user, customer, right? Now see, just refresh and see now. Just say refresh. Wait, if there's any, just say refresh here. Say, wait, subscription. Now say confirm. That means we have the customer already confirmed the subscription. He already subscribed. Right? Subscribe the topic. Right? Now see here. Okay. You can subscribe SMS as well. Say, let me create the SMS. Okay. Create subscription. Say my topic, the protocol, SMS, right? SMS. Say endpoint. You just mention your SMS. Add phone number. Say, let me choose Sri Lanka. Then say phone number. Say, let me put my phone number. Say 0776 13 46 37. Language is US English or something. Say add phone number. So there's it will send the code to my phone. I got the code. So I have to enter the code here. Say 511602. Say verify phone number. Just for the verification purpose, just send the code. Right. Say now it's say done. Now just see. Wait. Mobile text message. Wait. Let me add here. Maybe I'm not say. Let me add here. Subscribe number to topic. Just say this one. Endpoint. This is the endpoint. Then says create subscription. All right. Endpoint is a mobile number. Say just say subscription. Now we get two subscription. One is from one email subscription, and other one is SMS subscription. Right now see. Now topic. Now just click the topic. The publish message. Now we are going to publish the messages, right, to both endpoint, email and SMS. Meantime, let's see if there's any messages from Amazon. Okay. There's no messages. This one previously I got a message, this one, right? Now there's no messages, right? Let's create, let's publish message. Yes, a subject, say discount. You can specify the detail as well. So just send the message, hi all, big sales for the day or something, just put the message. Please shop ASAP, right? Just put a message, something like this. Right. Right. Now say publish message. Okay. Yes, enter. Now I got the SMS, right? I got the SMS now. I want the big sales. Okay. Say meantime, I can check my email whether I received any messages. Right. But SMS is working. Right. Anyway, let me try again. Maybe I got a SMS, say the message published to my topic successfully, message ID, right? Say message ID. Let me check it again. Should work. But anyway, there's no email. Say let's go to these things. Just go to the topic. Say create topic. My topic. Publish messages. Say should go to, let me choose this one. Let me choose this one. Subscriptions. These are the subscriptions. The subscriber is a user. This is the subscriptions. The publish message. Let me publish again. So I got 2 messages. Say publish message. Say I got my SMS is working, but here, okay, let's go to the promotion and see. See, I got the message. Say, how are you? Say, you see here. Hi all, big sales for the day. Please shop as soon as possible. Actually, guys, it goes to the promotion. Huh? Promotion. See, hi. Say, how are you? Right? I got the message. Not here. Here to choose the promotion, you can find the messages. Okay, now see, let me send again. Let me publish again, go to Amazon. Say publish message. Say just put the www, say big sales, say from Mason is the big sales. Let's say publish message. See SMS. Wait. So I got the SMS. Let's go to these things. Promotion. Say you see here the big sales, right? So it works. This is the SNS, symbol notification service. Again, I got another SMS, right? Symbol notification service. Say subscriber is a user. Subscription is these are the subscriptions. That means the subscription IDs. Say whatever content people subscribe, people who get the subscriptions, right? So this is how the SMS works. Next class we are going to discuss SQS, right, and Kinesis, right? And we are going to discuss the database migration also, right? Then finally, we are going to discuss the what we call container technology in Amazon, right? That is a final part. So next class, we can able to complete these things, right? Meantime, what I can do is I'll record some questions, right? Some questions, and I'm going to upload. Further, in the future, we are conducting some special services that has workshop. Those workshop free for you. Okay, please participate those workshop, and you can update your knowledge. Okay, thing is free, right? So one more question. So can you run Docker daemon? Yes, you can Docker daemon on Amazon. Yes, you can run the Docker daemon in Amazon EC2 instance. All right. Yes, install the software and you can run it Amazon these things. And this leads to DevOps, right? Then, so we decided to give some free topic from DevOps as well, right? Right. So guys, if you have any question, please raise. Meantime, I'll share I'll prepare some question and share with you. Further, one more thing, if you go for exams, just before the exam, just at least 2 or 3 or 4 days before, just confirm me, then I'll check the question updates, right? Then it's really helpful for you, right? At least 2 days before, just confirm with me, then I'll check the questions and I'll update the questions for you. Then it's easy for you, right? Meantime, we have uploaded some practice tests. So if you have time, please go through the exam practice tests and try to finish it off. It's really helpful for you, right? So if you have any questions, please raise. So I keep on receiving the SMS. So I'm going to remove the topics. Otherwise, I get this delete the subscription. Right now we have removed all the topics and everything is fine. Now the balance part is lambda is there, lambda and SQS Kinesis and the container technology, and there's a small database part is there. So we will finish it off. So meantime, if you have any question, please raise. If you have any question, please put in the group. We will discuss. Right. Okay, then we will wind up today. Meantime, I'll upload some recorded questions and answer session. Okay. Good night.